Hello, I'm Tracy Diane. Welcome to my channel. Today's date is September 24th, 2022. I have noticed the books that are being banned, and they have subject matter that is very uncomfortable to look at, and we rather not look at them at all. They're dark. We just don't like those that subject. We rather it just goes away, and we're tired of hearing about them all the time, and we just want to bury our heads in the sand and wish it just all go away. And I think some people think if we stop talking about these subjects and reading about them, it will take care of everything, and it does not work that way. Uh, these subject matter will continue on and on and on until somebody figures something out. Um, a person who is experiencing these things, they may be experiencing them right now. And just think about that for a while. I mean, they're helpless and they're screaming, and they're not in a position where we can hear any of that. And they're feeling helpless, and they can't do anything until after it's over, and they're hoping that they could get out of it alive. We're helpless because we're not in a position to hear their cries, and unless we're uh, can catch the crime itself as it happening, that might be a possibility, but we won't be able to do anything until after something happens, and that might be too late, and a lot of issue problems will come from that. Um, Writing stories is very good for the people that has been through all this stuff. It helps them tell their stories and let us know what it was like. And and when we read these stories, we can we're in a position to be able to understand the person who's going through a lot of all this, and have empathy for these people. And some of us may never experience a, whatever they're experiencing, and these books are one way of get us to understand what it's like. And if you and it's uncomfortable, well, it's supposed to be, I mean, if it's doing what it's supposed to do, I mean, we're supposed to feel bad, and bad enough where we don't want to do this again. We would like to somehow solve this issue. And when we read these books, also, we we're in a position to see ourselves in these books, and you might see a part of yourself that's, um, well, you can see which side you're on in these characters, and you may not like what you see, and that's hard pill to swallow. Um, to be able to read these books, you get to find out how and why these things happen. And I think the key is to be able to prevent these things happen, and that's why you need to know why and how that these things happen. Um, I notice a lot of the victims will say that they did not see it coming, or they never thought it could happen to them. And I think we're going to have to come to the point where we're all possible victim of a crime, and we have to be pay more better attention of our environment. If you see any strangers in where you're at, they're, you never know who they are, and you don't know what their motives are. So you gotta keep in mind what to look for in somebody who's going to create a crime against you. I mean, you never know. Like they say, they never knew it could happen to them. Well, you gotta pay attention, um, and keep in mind that people who create these crimes, they're they already have it all planned out, and they know what to look for in a victim. But you need to find find a way to know what to look for who might be a possible danger to yourself and your family. Um, I noticed when I go to a grocery store or shopping, I'll see a mom with some kids, and there may be a child in a shopping cart, and the mom would have their back towards shopping. And I know a lot of time they'll say it was only a few minutes, but that seen enough time where the mother's back uh, away from the child is a lot longer than a minute. So keep in mind that when you're shopping, it's a lot longer than a minute. And I noticed that I could be standing pretty good close, not too far, but and not too close. But I was in a position where I can grab that kid and run out of that building, and she would have never noticed or never. As long as I can build the trust in the kid from not saying anything or crying, I could get the kid out of there quickly. And I have noticed that. So keep in mind, I'm always aware of stuff like that. So um, not like anybody's going to be in danger with me, but keep in mind, there's somebody out there who's watching your kids or watching you, see uh, how you do things, and they know exactly what to look for in a in our victims. And you got to be more aware of what your environment's like. Um, I remember years ago, um, they put a camera in a Barbie doll, and it's like that is a stupidest idea. I mean, a perpetrator will use that Barbie doll to lure your kids and use it as a tool, to do whatever they want to do with your kid. Think about that for a while. I mean, I thought that the minute I heard about that, I thought, and it starts me, nobody ever thought that, but I thought it, and I'm sure a perpetrator had thought of it too. And you gotta pay attention what's out there, what's possible danger to your kids. Um, I can't stress that enough. Um, I know it's uncomfortable to talk about these things, but we gotta get to a point where we can talk about these things. Look at it, read about it. There's always articles and stuff out there about whatever, and the more you can read about it and take the time to look at it, the better chance you can uh, identify it when it happens. And that's what you want. You want to be able to identify um, a possible threat to yourself and your families. And if you're going to ignore it or wish it away, and you're not going to be alert, you're not going to be, you're just going to close yourself from that. We got to end these issues. Pay attention. Read the articles or videos, and they're there to help you figure things out, how to stop it at all. If you're that uncomfortable to read those things and stuff, you don't want to go through it yourself if that's possible. And the best things to do is prevent it from happening. If you know what to look for, again, stories, videos, articles, they are there to help you to figure out how or what to look for, what to do, or if you're in a situation, and hopefully we could manage to keep those type of crimes to a minimum instead of being this huge issue like it is now. Um, I don't know what else I can say about that, but I hope that helps. And I believe that's it for today, and I'll talk to you again another time. And stay safe and have a good day. Bye.